Welcome to the Midweek message. We're taking some lessons from the book of Ecclesiastes, and I'm reading today chapter 8, verses 14 through 15. So let's look at those verses from the New International Version of the Bible. Ecclesiastes 8 and verse 14. There is something else meaningless that occurs on earth, the righteous who get what the wicked deserve, and the wicked who get what the righteous deserve. This too, I say, is meaningless. So I commend the enjoyment of life, because there is nothing better for a person under the sun than to eat and drink and be glad. Then joy will accompany them in their toil all the days of the life God has given them under the sun. So let's look at those two verses individually. Ecclesiastes chapter 8 and verse 14. Solomon says, there is something else meaningless that occurs on earth. And this is a major problem for many, many people. Here's it is. The righteous who get what the wicked deserve, and the wicked who get what the righteous deserve. This too, I say, is meaningless. It's vain. How can you understand why a good person would get what a bad person deserves, or vice versa? One thing we can say about life, many times you hear people say that life is not fair. Rather than use those terms, I often say life is uneven. A lot of what a person accomplishes in life depends on their position even at birth or in their upbringing. What type of ground are they standing on? That is a great determining factor in a person's achievement in life. But even at that, calamities can occur in life, misfortunes that no one can really figure out. And why is it that sometimes it seems that wicked people, Solomon says, are successful, and good people, righteous people, are unsuccessful? Why is that? Solomon said it's meaningless. In other words, there's no way to figure it out. Life is not fair. Life is uneven. Now we can wonder why people that were not as good as we are receive better things than we do. But the real truth is, people that are better than we are many times receive much worse than we do. Solomon said that's meaningless. In verse 15, so the conclusion he reaches is, so I commend the enjoyment of life, because there's nothing better for a person under the sun than to eat and drink and be glad. Then joy will accompany them in their toil all the days of the life God has given them under the sun. And so Solomon said, well, what can we say would be better for a person than just to live and grab all they can and have all the pleasure they can enjoy while they're living, because at least then they will have had some enjoyment in life. And for many people, the fact that life is uneven, that life is unfair, is a major obstacle. However, that is when and where faith enters the picture.